After an emotional first victory of the season the night before, the Terriers were back at it in Game 2 of the Steve Wright Classic against the Maine Black Bears. It was a tight game early on with 4 ties and 10 lead changes in the first 16 minutes, as Wes Myers provided the spark for the Black Bears.
Mosley working on Myers, misses the jumper. Havner with the tip, and he's becoming pretty good at that here these last 2 games.
Well, Havner.
Maine hasn't won here in Boston since 2006. That was a game at Agganis Arena, and a 3 from the right side for Wes Myers.
The Terrier defense turned it up a notch as BU finished with 8 steals and got 17 fast break points out of it.
And there's a steal by Kyle Foreman, and a great move to get free. He finds Eric Fanning, and BU now has its largest lead at 3 points. Mosley, Mahoney, and Foreman, so 2 freshmen on the floor for BU. Mosley misses again, but Mahoney keeps it alive, and Alston with the slam.
Terriers went nearly 3 minutes without a field goal, certainly not as long as it was last night. Little distance.
Well, we got a chance to see him play 1 game in high school, and here he is again on the steal, and he dunks it!
Well, what a great effort for Scanlon here in the first half. The Terriers dialing up the defense, get another steal and 2.
In the second half, it was all BU as Chetty Mosley found the range from beyond the arc, hitting another 4-point play and finishing with 15 points.
Terriers with great ball movement, and what a possession that was! Chetty Mosley drills a 3, and he's becoming a specialist at these 4-point plays, apparently.
To Mosley for the 3 and a chance for another 4-point play.
Will Goff made a great play on the baseline, keeping the ball moving and then kicking it back out, and there's the 4-point play for Mosley.
The Terrier freshman gave the BU crowd a preview of the future as Scanlon finished with 15 points and Destin Barnes had 10.
They have 15 total available. Eric Johnson's still not ready to come back yet, but Kamali Chambers and Brandon Johnson, the only 2 who have not entered. But Destin Barnes is now in double figures. He's got 10.
Back at the roof for a final time. The Terriers win it against Maine 102-78. The first time the Terriers hit the 100-point plateau since 1994. Joined alongside assistant coach Walt Corbin. Walt, this was a tie game at 26 in the first half. What did you think of the energy from your team in the first 8 minutes of this game?
Well, I'm going to blame your partner who emceed the event last night that kept us up. If we could have got to bed just a little bit earlier, maybe we could have come out of the gate with a little energy.
He hears you, and I think he takes offense to that, but we'll get a final answer from him. That's terrific. Terriers, though, obviously were able to get things going. I wanted to ask what you thought of Tyler Scanlon. It seemed like he was a real spark plug in the first half that really extended that lead and got the Terriers going from there.
Well, I thought he did a great job of bringing some energy. I think Max Mahoney did the same thing. He was rebounding the ball. He was very aggressive out here on the floor, doing some things that we asked him to do, gave us a lift. And those freshmen really, they're coming out here just doing what we ask them to do every single day.
It was a difference in 2 games, but it still had the same theme. Defense leading to offense. We saw it even in the first half of the game, that steals leading to fast breaks. It seems like this team is really focusing on the defensive end, especially after game 1.
Well, Coach and I met this morning, and that was one of the things we said, that it should be a pretty simple next game because the philosophy and the game plan is not going to change from what we wanted to do last night. We changed some schemes a little bit. We didn't blitz as much as we did to get it out of somebody's hands, but a lot of that had to do with their starting point guard wasn't on the floor. He was on the bench with a boot. But we did a great job once we got going. Once we got our legs underneath us, I thought we played pretty well.
Same philosophy, same result. The Terriers take game 2 of the Steve Wright Classic, 102-78, as they beat the Maine Black Bears. Assistant coach Walt Corbin joining me here courtside.
The Terriers put up 59 points in the second half, en route to their first 100-point performance since 1994, as BU improved to 2-1 with a 102-78 win. The Terriers will look for the tournament sweep when they host LIU Brooklyn on Sunday.